S fam?
This is Sisters from Another Mr. Podcast.
It's your sisters D
And Brittany.
and we're back with another one.
Lego. Hey, S fam.
Hey S fam, how's everybody doing today?
We hope y'all are doing great today.
Boo, boo. How's your week? How has your week been going?
Let us know, y'all. We are here with another one. And we're going to talk about sisters.
Yeah,
Women.
women.
Doing it.
Okay.
So Dialissa brought this topic up. And I thought it was a good one.
Especially for the top of the year. Because we need all the women empowerment. Listen, I will say that over time, we have gotten better. Let me say that. I will give us some credit.
Yeah.
I say that we've gotten a lot better, you know?
Yeah.
But in this day and age, with social media and such, I just feel like we could do better.
Yeah, as women, we can be pretty mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can tear each other down.
To the wild.
Okay, girl, and you might stomp on you a little bit.
Okay.
Like whoa.
Going for blood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I think. But why do you think it gotten better? Let me answer that. Why do you think it's gotten better?
That's a good question. That is a good question.
I'm thinking as much as people love to talk smack on social media, I'm thinking that is a part of the progress.
You know, what's so funny is when you asked me, I kind of thought that, but it just seems so ironic. But it is the truth.
Yeah.
It is the truth. I think that definitely social media does help to make the situation better. Because I feel like sometimes, it's that thing where, okay, maybe this is not so good of an analogy, but I think of it as like, when there's a dude, right? Mm-hmm. And he has two girls that he's dating. Mm-hmm. And really this nigga is the one that's causing all the problems. But yet the girls are going back at each other. So I feel like before the lack of social media, the lack of knowledge of any other particular situation that might have been similar to what you got going on, you wouldn't know about because you couldn't see it. So you automatically would just feel like they're not on your team, So it's kind of like this whole you don't know, so you just kind of hate on something you have no knowledge. You're ignorant to to what it is. But on social media, it's a little bit easier to connect and to big one another up.
Yeah.
And you can see like, oh, she's for the team,
Right,
so
right.
I feel like it's a little bit easier. You kind of don't have that. I feel like we kind of beat our own selves up in the past. We would beat our own selves up thinking that, it was a different team, but we're all on the same team.
Right. I think it is also like you're able to see that we're all the same. Or when you look at another woman, she has something just like you. Like maybe she has an insecurity. Like people share a lot on social media. So maybe she has a similar insecurity, or maybe she has an insecurity period, and you thought, oh, she thought she was better than versus what she's showing you on she's tweeting her thoughts or sharing images of her life, and then you realize, oh wow, she likes cats too, or she lives in my city. Oh, you never really think about things like that, but it kind of like it just makes people a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to say on your level, but you feel like a better connection to them. You see the similarities. And the idea that you can share your thoughts also kind of lets people know who you are, and what you're about.
Get a better insight.
Yeah, because if you don't know somebody, you know how people say like, oh, they have resting bitch face.
Right.
If you look at someone and they maybe look mean to you, then you
stuck up.
Yeah. Then when you look at their accounts, and you realize, oh wow, they share a lot of positivity, or wow, they're really into women empowerment even. And then you kind of see that woman differently, you know. I definitely think social media is part of the solution in this random situation.
Everything in moderation.
That's true. That is very
And
true.
we have to understand, I'm here with the analogies today, but it's just like driving a car. They always say, oh, cars are so dangerous. Cars aren't dangerous. The people who are in the cars are dangerous. So the same way, the people who are behind these screens are the ones that are dangerous. It's
Right.
not social media per se.
Right. Because like at the same time that I think social media kind of helps to mend that little gap that may have been there, it does help tear people down too. Like you said, you kind of, if you're the one typing these vicious comments on people's stuff, you're the problem, not social media. You and whoever else is hating with you or liking that comment, you know?
Right.
Because that's the thing too. If you share something and then people say, why is she showing us all her house? Like, she likes her house.
Yeah, you know what's so funny is that I recently saw something like that on social media. On YouTube, actually. And there was a girl that was living in Florida, and at one point in her journey on YouTube, she was living with her parents. And, you know, people thought, oh, she's more down to earth and whatnot. And she has blossomed and grown, and now she lives in Atlanta, and she has a Range Rover. She goes to the store, she buys Chanel bags.
Okay.
Her man is with her. Maybe he treats her to a bag, you know, and whatnot. She takes her to go, you know, look for shoes and does these house tours. And I remember that recently she had a video that she put up on YouTube. And, you know, the first thing, you'll watch these videos and you think, let me go down to the comments. Because you know
yeah.
what's in store. And just like I thought, I go down and I see everybody, oh, she's different. Oh, she used to be so humble. I don't know what has happened. Unsubscribe and all this crap. And she had to address it in the next video about, you know, like, people do level up. And I don't think that she is stuck up. And first of all, you get a snippet of these people's lives. You really don't know who they are.
Right.
They come on camera, you get this whatever idea of what this person is, and then you go with that with the little bit of time that you're seeing them. They show you maybe a 10, 15-minute video of their life, and you think you know them? Please. She could have very well been what you would call stuck up all this whole time.
Right.
Or she couldn't. Maybe she's not stuck up, and you just got that out of that video.
Yeah.
But I just think, like, it's not that serious. You know, we shouldn't. Yeah. It's not like she's on there saying, I got this, and y'all bitches could never. You know, like, what is that all about?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Why do you think that's stuck up? Why do you think that's stuck up? And maybe it's a little bit of like projecting.
Right.
Like,
you want that?
Yeah. Like, you want the house or the man or
go
the
get
shoes
that house and that man and them shoes and that bag.
The car, all of that. You might want those things, and so now you're feeling a little bit mad. You kind of nitpicking almost.
We are all at different stages of our journey. Some things will be meant for you. Some things will not be. And we have to learn. If you want something, how about you're talking shit? How about you go start a YouTube and see if you'll be as engaging? And I'm not gonna lie, the girl is a very good looking girl, and I think maybe that'll be another topic. Is how do you feel beauty plays? What role do you think beauty plays when it comes to people's success sometimes? Or all the time? Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that's an argument to be had in certain cases. I've seen it. But I'm just saying, I mean, you're gonna live your life to be feeling like, oh, you're not as attractive or whatever the hell, and whatever insecurities you have, and then beat up on the person that you feel is getting it because of that reason. I just don't. I don't understand that.
Sometimes I think though, sometimes people make more attractive because of their confidence,
Happiness.
So maybe you feeling insecure and you're not acting nice, you hating on people's stuff, even if you commenting, you might be saying that out loud, and wherever environments you're at, whatever, you might be saying that out loud, and then it's also like maybe you're not carrying yourself like you're happy,
Yeah,
so then it comes out and you don't look that good.
Yeah, you
That's the
acting
thing.
dusty, you're looking dusty.
Yeah.
You look like you're glowing, you're gonna be glowing. You know?
No, you gotta cut back on that. That's not a good look at all.
It's not. I just feel like at the end of the day, if you don't like something, don't watch it.
Right.
Don't listen to it. Whatever. At the end of the day, you have to remove whatever is not serving you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you feel like that is something that's not serving you, it's not. The answer is not to go and tear someone else down because you feel away. The answer is to maybe go seek some explanation, some answers as to why someone posting about their life is affecting you in such a way.
Right. Because then at that point you're taking time to
Yeah,
write something.
it's like
nasty.
effort.
Oh, that's too much effort.
To someone you don't know.
Yeah. No. That's the thing too, like we was talking about earlier. It's like social media kind of makes people accessible, or they think that they're accessible to them. So it's like you don't even know me, but you feel like it's okay to just say whatever on my page.
Say whatever.
And people be vicious sometimes.
And you don't know what happened before this person took this picture. You don't know what happened before they pressed that record button.
Right.
And you just coming out your mouth, you saying whatever. Like it's lethal. There was
Yeah.
a girl who recently just got out of jail. First girl ever, or person in general, who had got arrested for quote unquote talking her boyfriend into committing suicide.
Okay.
You have to understand, words are so powerful.
I never heard about that one.
You let things come and roll off your tongue.
Yeah.
That's just as bad as pulling a trigger.
Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know. I feel like if you around with your girlfriends, people you actually know, and y'all is just kikiing and having a little tea, like, oh, did you see this? Or did you see that? All right, well, then fine. But it's just so wild that you go on other people's stuff that you don't know and then comment. It's like, whoa, we don't know each other. What? I didn't even know you watched my video until you just said that. First of all, thanks for that engagement, because any engagement helps them. So thanks.
Exactly.
You fool. Like if you're that upset. And then also it's kind of like you didn't have to even waste your time if you're so upset about it. That's weird. That's a weird thing to do.
Exactly.
I mean,
and then you're leaving yourself open to be fucking bullied at that point, because now
yeah,
the squad, you can't get on here and talk about Beyonce.
The beehive will come for you.
Oh my God.
They will come for you, all types of lemons and bees and you have to shut your account down.
Exactly.
These people who have had to shut their account down and they ain't even do nothing.
Listen.
It was speculated that they did something to Beyonce and then people got mad. That's crazy.
I mean, listen, you can't discredit people and what they got going on. Whether you may not like it, there's somebody here that likes it. And that's that. And who cares if nobody likes it? This person is doing it because they like it.
They like it. And that's all that matters.
And that's why I feel like in this day and age, it is so hard to, or it's such a prize when you see individuality and someone doing something different, because we're so stuck in the norms of doing everything that the next person is doing, or hung up on what the next person is doing, that we just kind of like are starving for originality, to me, you know? And then when you do have people who are being original, it's kind of like, oh, they're being weird. You're like, I just think that's so... Yeah. That's whack, to be quite honest.
That's true.
Let people be.
People do say that a lot, actually.
Let people be. Like, even for me, my sister, my siblings in general, we're just very different. Very different. Mm-hmm. But I remember one time we sat at home, and I took some time when I wasn't around my sister, actually, and listened to some of the artists that she listens to. And I would have never thought in a million years that I would even care for that music. Mm-hmm. And I sat, and I just started, like, really, like, just listening to some different, not having to listen to R&B and rap and hip hop all the time. How about you, jump out there and look at something different? And I really liked the music. And I remember the next time she came over, we really vibed because it was like, wow,
Right.
I can listen to this. I can appreciate this too.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta have an open, not even sometimes, you have to have an open mind in general.
Yeah.
You're missing out if you don't,
Right, because then you close the door before you even really find out if you liked it. You actually might love it.
You might really love it.
Even if it's like a place to go, music to listen to, like you said, or a store to shop at.
Listen, I remember when I used to not eat off the street, like as far as street food.
And she's from New York, y'all. Like, how does that even happen?
They're gonna think I'm fake now. But no, I grew up with a father who's very like, what is he? He's OCD. I swear, I don't care. Like, we can go get him diagnosed today. And it was like he would say these weird things like, "Where do they wash their hands?" and if they use a bathroom, all this crazy shit. So I never would eat outside. And if Brittany would try to like get a sample, I would damn near slap her hand. Girl, what you doing?
Yeah, and I'm like the complete opposite. My father was like, yo, he would put his own dirt on a sandwich and still be ready to eat it. Be like, yo, is that a fingerprint? That's a dirt fingerprint. And you just ate it. It's like, wow, okie dokie. So I was very different. Like street food, that's the best.
Man, when I finally did have a taste of that street food.
Because Dialissa was so hungry.
Shit, that shit pissy hand tastes good.
You was praying.
I was. I said, well, I hope I don't get the shit. I was the kind who wouldn't even eat Indian food just randomly. And I mean, I'm West Indian, so my mother would make curry, she makes dal and all these different things. But if it wasn't from home, I'm not eating it because you hear, oh, if they don't make it right or they have it out and all of this, you're barely going to have runs and all of this shit. And it's like, girl, eat that fucking food. It's not that serious. And if you shit, whatever.
Right.
You shit it out.
Right. It can't. It's not gonna kill you.
Okay, what don't kill you will fatten you or something.
I love Daisy's quotes. You're saying.
But I mean, nonetheless, I just feel like we gotta do a better job at empowering each other.
Yeah, we do.
And having better self-confidence. A lot of women out here, it's hard to be a human. It's hard to be an adult. It's hard to be a woman. And it's definitely hard to be a woman that is a part of a minority. I'm not going to lie. Mm-hmm. It is very hard. So to walk, and you have to understand your fellow sister who, she has your same plight at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. The same way you have your things, you grew up, you have traumas and all these different things that you have had to deal with and combat and grow from, or maybe you haven't. Your fellow sister probably has had to, or maybe her mother,
or has some type of struggle,
something. Yeah. So I just feel like before you go and you judge people, try to understand, try to like really get an idea for why certain things happen.
Yeah.
Have more compassion for people.
Yeah, even like. What you about to say?
I actually watched Ayanna Fix My Life.
Okay.
Yesterday, actually.
I didn't watch that one.
And she had a series going on with a bunch of broken black women, basically. And like they had all been through. Oh, it was about angry black women.
Oh, I see that one actually.
I hate that term because that is for real what they think we are out here. Yeah. Doesn't Tyler? That's the movie, ain't it? Tyler Perry?
I'm sure. Diary of a
Mad Black Woman. It's the same thing, basically. People just assume that we're out here and that we're just mad for no friggin' reason.
Mm-hmm. That's what Solange have a song about it.
And I just feel like we got a lot of shit like that we're dealing with on every day. And in that episode, they were just talking about all the reasons why some of these women walked around mad and they were judging and they was fighting and doing these just unheard of things. And if you just really dived into their lives, you understood like they were dealing with abandonment issues. They were dealing with you know, sexual assault traumas and all these different things. And then Ayana, she kicker. She ended up having some broken black men come on the show who only would date women outside of their race.
Oh wow.
That's a whole nother story. But nonetheless.
Yeah.
And she invited a couple women who only date black men. And they had a mixer. A mixer. And, you know, of course the conversation got started and people were talking about different things. And like this one guy, he was like that. He just feels like if he was to talk to a black woman that she wouldn't appreciate certain things about him because, like, you know, he traveled when he was younger and he played piano and he wore sandals, and he was like when he would approach black women, they thought he was weird because of that, because of his differences and all these just weird things. But nonetheless, I mean, they have their own situation, but I just thought it was quite interesting, the whole episode, you know, just, you know, you have this whole idea of black women, and how, you know, we're just too independent, and it's like
sounds like a lot of stereotyping was going on in this show. Like, you're doing a lot of stereotyping. Oh man, that's
why wouldn't you want your woman to be strong regardless of what color she is?
Yeah, and
that means you need to work on your manhood,
right? Anyways, yeah, I think it's, you know, even if you're different colors, like black woman to black woman, but even black woman to white woman or Hispanic woman, whatever, even that plight alone is something that we only have for ourselves. You know, like being a woman is a plight too. So it's like, even if you, like you said about finding someone who's like you, even if they're not black, if she's a woman, there could still be something else that she had that going on, just like you. And even like when the whole Me Too thing started, the whole movement started, it was so many women tweeting Me Too, and it's like, I bet those individual women was at home thinking there was no one else that had to deal with this, you know, and they come to find out the whole country, it seemed like, and maybe the world, because I don't know where those people were tweeting from, but, you know, it's like all these people. So even if they don't have the race part, it's still something there. There's something there that they've had a similar kind of struggle. Because look at these men. They didn't understand what these black women this and black women that. We have that plight together. And at least we do have womanhood together. Like, we have the race and we have womanhood. So there's somebody out there you can connect with. And if nothing else, there's no woman out there that you should be bashing. Because even if she's different color than you, she got something. She's a woman, like you.
And people have to work to, you know, things don't just happen overnight. You know, people have had to work hard to get where they're at, especially as a woman, because it's a man's world, apparently.
Shameless plug, go check that episode out.
You know, so I just feel like we just have to do a better job and not always pick out the negative. If you feel like maybe something rubbed you the wrong way, you gotta think of a way, a more productive way to fix that, whether it be with yourself or a conversation, an appropriate conversation,
right,
to have with either that individual or maybe a professional, depending on, you know, what you think, you know?
Yeah, especially if you're going to get on their comment section or on their page or what have you. Let it be like constructive criticism. Don't be just coming here bashing and just being mean for no reason. Have a reason. And
you could DM someone if you thought, you know, not to put on stuff.
That would be
and that's
way better.
And that's after you ask yourself, is it conducive? Like, what is this conducive to? Like, if it's not going to help, it's only going to hurt. So what's the point? You know, like, people have so much opinion. Like, we've talked about, you know, even people, you know, deciding they want to get plastic surgery. It's not your fucking body.
Right, like how you were saying, somebody would be like, oh, she's cute, she have a nice shape, but, you know, her butt fade.
But. There's no
Why?
but.
Why does that even matter? That's such an odd thing. How do you feel though about women who do have plastic surgery and then they, like celebrities, I'm saying, they'll lie when they're asked, "Oh, have you had this done?" Your fans are speculating. The people want to know, and they ask people like stuff like that all the time.
I mean,
how do you feel about when they lie?
Unless you out here selling some shit, and that's the day and age we live in. People lie every day to sell shit. So I just feel like, and I personally don't give a fuck. You asking me some bullshit and you get a bullshit ass answer, that's on you. Again, why is that conducive to your life to ask somebody if they got their body done? We as black women, we put that motherfucking Blasian, Asian, whatever in our head, and you be mad when somebody asks you if that's your hair, right? Or you'll say, or maybe you won't, and you'll say, you hear people, it's mine, I bought it. Who gives a fuck? If you think that ass is fake, whatever. If it ain't, it ain't. If it is, it is. Who cares?
I think the only times I've ever seen that question is when you are selling something. But in the case where you are selling something, I don't care if you had plastic surgery. I don't think it matters. I just think when you lie about it, though, like if you're selling, fitness and you say, oh, you can squat just like me. Or if you're selling makeup and you say, this is how you do it. You contour like this. But you went to the doctor for any of these things. I just feel like nobody cares if you did it. But then when you lie because you are selling something, it is misleading.
Yeah, it's different if somebody asks you something. Should nobody be asking your business if they don't? No. But I feel like there have been times where, since the beginning of my adult life, there's this one particular person who I follow. Mm-hmm. We follow. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little perturbed. Because I'm gonna be upfront and honest on this podcast, and I'm gonna say that there was something called J Squat or something. Okay. That this particular fitness guru, Get Body by J, we're gonna just say it, was posting. And I remember back in the day, I'm not gonna lie, we have ass all up in here, right? So that's not the point. It's not that you're hating on somebody, but it's like, I've always appreciated a nice body. Hell, I'm one who would even visit the strip clubs because I could appreciate the art of a woman's body, a female strip club. Not on no gay stuff. I'm not trying to say it like that. And if it is, that's fine too. I'm just saying I can appreciate the art of a woman's body. Me and my man, we'll be in the mall or whatever, and we will both look at butt because I think the women's body is a beautiful work of art. I'm not gonna pretend and lie here. So of course, when I followed this Get Body by Jay, I was like, wow, she has a really nice shape. She's a beautiful woman. She's still a beautiful woman. I remember when I first started following her and she was, selling this whole idea of the J squat. I'm like, literally in my mind thinking, damn, you can squat till your ass get like this. And not saying that you can't squat and get an ass or work out and get an ass. That is possible. You see plenty of people do it. But then later in life, years later, she came out and admitted that she had gotten illegal butt shots. I think it was illegal butt shots. Nonetheless, it wasn't real. And I can't lie, for someone who had been following her for quite some time, it was quite deceiving. Because if you weren't talking about the J squat and doing, don't get me wrong, she is still a fitness enthusiast is what they call them. She still is that. Her body's still great, but I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. That did annoy me because, again, I'm fine as far as my body, but there are other little girls and there are other women who may have a insecurity just like she did. Obviously, if you did that, you didn't like that about your body, and she even admitted to going through a rough time in her life when she did that, and she regretted it and all of that. But you have to understand is you have all this influence And that's what these influencers don't understand is you have all this influence and, you know, you have the right to do whatever you want to your body. But at the point where you're deceiving people, and it's not from them even asking, you know, because people can ask whatever and you don't have to answer them. That's different. You're not, what is it? Omit by admission or something
lie
like
by omission.
Lying by admission. But listen, I'll take that. I'll take that over you trying to sell women something. They're thinking they squatting their ass off, literally, trying to get this butt that you have or something like it. I mean, and she would say, listen, just because you squat doesn't mean that you'll look like me. But, you know, it's just, but that's inevitably what people are going to think, you know? So I didn't think that was right. But I will say that I am understanding to the fact that I didn't get on here and I didn't go on her page and I didn't bash her, I didn't unfollow, I didn't do all of that. She admitted to her being insecure or feeling insecure and feeling aware about her body, dealing with her mother's death, dealing with things. And as a person, I can be compassionate to people and what they're going through and put myself in their shoes and be forgiving, you know?
Right.
So that's my stance on that.
Yeah, I think there's a big deal when you lie.
Yeah,
especially when you have, like you said, if you're an influencer, if you have a very, you know, if you're a celebrity or anything. I know Kylie Jenner, like, at first lied about her lips, and then she starts on makeup, and it's kind of like, so you're selling me an idea that I could get a look. Even if you're not insecure, if you like her lips and you said, ooh, if it's just makeup, I could afford that.
Some people were
I don't
sucking their lips in little containers and shit.
That's crazy, because then it's not like I don't gotta pay for the surgery. I could just buy her makeup, and then you do it, and then your lips ain't looking like hers. So it's kind of like you said. I think the selling of something, whatever it is, and even if it is just your look, that's still like it's just deceitful. That's the part that I don't like. I'm not gonna, but it's still like I just can't cross that line and just actually go on your page and do, because I don't even know you like that. That's wild, actually, for me anyway. I'm like, nah, that's too much. But now I know I don't really do that type of stuff. So that to me is when it's like, okay, nah, I'm good off of that. But I don't think there's anything wrong with plastic surgery.
At all.
I'd be too scared, personally, too scared to go under a knife. But if
I
you do it, I have no real opinion of you at all whatsoever.
We don't know what it's like to live in your body and feel how you obviously feel to be that unhappy with something on your body. So
right, and that's like, or maybe the surgery made you happy. I don't know, because some people, that'd be the thing too. It kind of reminds me of like how you said about makeup.
Yeah.
Yo, you didn't have to do that. Oh well, listen, it ain't that serious.
It isn't.
I want
I can
to
wipe it off.
And makeup is more of an art.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, okay.
You don't necessarily do this for anybody. You put it on. I mean, I would hope that these people are going to go get surgery. They're doing it for themselves. Whatever you want to do, and what helps you to get up in the morning and be your best self, I'm not against it. Listen. I don't have an opinion on anything. It's the same way, Caitlyn Jenner got up in the morning and decided she wanted to be a woman. Who the hell am I to feel anything about that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're not happy. You have to do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah.
Can nobody else live your life?
Nah, I don't have an opinion on that at all, actually. Some people are a little bit disturbed.
Listen.
I didn't really understand. I'm like, I don't really care what...
Actually, I don't know if you know, but another, because I'm a big YouTube head, another YouTuber I follow, and I've followed this one for quite some time, from the beginning of my makeup journey, found out that she was born a man. And she just admitted it. Yeah, and she's engaged. So,
to a man or a woman?
To a man.
Oh. Hey, if y'all are happy.
Yeah, as long as you, I mean, listen, and even I can't say anything about that, but as long as you didn't deceive the person you're with too.
Yeah, that, oh man, I hope not. I hope not now. But as long as the makeup tips were real, as long
Yeah, no,
like
she was.
That's all. As a subscriber, that's what I would be
She
looking
was
for.
also even on. I think it was America's Next Top Model or the makeup version of that show. It's like a makeup show. I don't have cable now, so I stream everything. So it's on one of these shows. And yeah, I can't remember the woman's name. I have to figure it out. But I was shocked.
Yeah.
I think she's from Australia or one of these places. Anyway, I'll find out. But listen, I can't be mad at anybody living their life.
No.
What sometimes you just makes you wonder, like, why do you have an opinion? Why do certain things upset you? Why do things make you scared? They have nothing to do with you.
Yeah. I just find it like, just kind of like, if I felt like that, if I felt the need to say like, you're pretty, but you got a boob job or something, I would have to think, why did I feel the need to say that part? Why couldn't I just leave it there? What's wrong with me? What did I wait, what's going on with me? I need to take inventory. Like, that's what I would start thinking.
Absolutely. Because after that, do you feel good? Like when you say that, does it make you feel empowered?
And I can't imagine it would. I feel like you probably feel worse. Especially if you then get a comment on your comment and they saying, well, I looked at your profile picture and you ugly, or or whatever. Then you really start to feel bad about yourself.
It was Nikki Tutorials. I don't know if you know this. Yeah, that was the young lady who came out. But yeah, I always wonder that. Like, I never had the heart to be like that. You have to think about yourself at the end of the day. Would you want somebody to say that to you? I feel like people just lack this sense of, what would you call that? Just lack sense of empathy, or what do you are lacking all kinds of shit. Respect. Compassion, dignity for your own damn self.
Yeah,
like you just all kind of messy.
You just got a lot going on. You need to figure that out, y'all. It's so much easier to just be nice.
Put the phone down. It's not working.
Or close your computer or whatever, wherever you're at.
Go lay down. Go evaluate why you feel like that. Because it's just not right,
Yeah, that's a bit much.
We have to understand that we have more power when we are joined together.
Yeah.
We only are going to fall apart when we are not together. That's just how it,
Yeah.
we are, as my mother would say, what is it? We are not an island, You need people. You may not think that, but you do. You need people.
No, for real. And it's always, that's just the way it is. You're better together. Period. It's just always that way. It's just, that's a thing. You just gotta accept that and be nice.
Right. So
more about community. And especially like us women, us as Black women, but women even on the most simplest level, let alone Black women and whatever other minority groups, it's just gonna be harder. So just stick together, because you're gonna need that. If you go and you big up somebody, if you're feeling down and out one day, but you still post that picture and you get like hundreds of likes, you be like, ooh, people saying nice things. You start to feel good about yourself. That's the way it works. You give, you get. And karma is wicked.
It is. And it might not come today, tomorrow, or this year even. But it's gonna come. And it's gonna be something else.
Yeah.
I only want good karma. I don't want this to sound any kind of fucked up, but even down to like, if I see somebody outside, and I learned this from your husband, honestly. I used to do it before in general, but there was a certain amount I would give. And I remember one time, this was when we went to go look for your ring. We were on our way to the city, and there was this woman who appeared to be homeless. and was begging money. And James said, people, you judge people. You're thinking all kinds of things. Like, they might not even be homeless. There's so many people who do it, and they're just not even homeless. They just come out here and listen, that's not for me to judge. If you don't want to give money, cool. But, like, some of the ways that these people are treated, it's just like, it's uncalled for. If you're not going to help them, then don't help them. But I remember James was like, well, I don't have $1, but I have 20. And I was just like, so touched by that, because I was just like, wow. And he said, you know what? I learned from some rapper, maybe it was Jay-Z. And he was just like, it's not his job to judge what that person's got going on, because that could be God testing you. Yeah. And that is the truth. No, and ever since then, I've been doing shit like that. And only blessings have come to me since then,
That's true.
I mean, before that, pretty sure too. But it was just like, and I don't do it for that reason, but it's like, that is so true.
Yeah, you can't. Because once you give them that money now, if they go do something that they shouldn't, whatever that is, then, well, God will handle them. But he'll handle you too. That's all you need to worry about. No, that's a good point. Probably did get that from Jay-Z.
But yeah, I just feel like, even in our own with our own friends and community, we say we're people's friends or that we support them. Like, even when it came down to, like, with my boyfriend who is a chef and he sells coquito during the holiday season, like, I remember his friend Erwin, God rest his soul, he has passed on. But he was such a good support to a lot of the men in his community and in his circle. And he would tell them, like, yo, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all better get on this damn website and order this man's coquito. You better buy 5 of them shits. Like, you could say what you want, but support people. Support, especially the people who are in your circle. Don't be faking. Act like, yeah, girl, do that. I mean, hell, I know I can do it, but I'm talking my damn self even. Like, you have to really support people. You don't want them to say shit. People I knew or I didn't know. People I didn't know, they supported me better than people around me. Like, that's sad. I hate hearing that.
I heard stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, no.
That's awful. You may not like or feel confident about someone's goals or projects or whatever. Maybe you don't. Maybe feel like, because, I mean, some people, it's going to take a little while to believe. You have to believe in your own shit, right? Mm-hmm. But if you, that's your people, mm-hmm. like, help them. Believe in them, because you just never know. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure people didn't believe Kobe was going to be in the, do his thing.
You know it.
I know people probably never thought Obama would have ever been president, Right. And, the list goes on and on. Yeah. But they got there. Right. So help push people and elevate them to that next level that they want to go. Yeah. It may not even end up being that, but you might push them into something that they really are like, man,
And then it's kind of like, especially if you are in their immediate circle, they probably want that. Not even confirmation, but just that support from those around. So if you're that close, but if you're that close, it's like, and you don't support or you bash it, it's probably like, oh my God. Then it makes them feel bad. They start maybe questioning it or whatever. And if they don't, if they stick to their guns and they don't need that sour feeling while they're in the middle of trying to do something for themselves and their own benefit. It's just like,
help them.
Just, or the very least, say nothing. Like, that is also always an option. Yes. Like, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Everybody, mama said that.
Okay.
Or grandmama, whoever, parent, adult in your life probably told you that plenty of times. So it's kind of like, we forget that, I think, when we're growing up. You're an adult now. You still got to do those things. Mm-hmm. It actually applies maybe even more.
Oh, absolutely. I have a coworker too, who I'm not gonna lie, I loved her dearly. Even when we worked together, we would bump heads. But when she got married, when she got her house, when she lost her weight, girl, sis, you doing real good. Mm-hmm. I'm so proud of you, right. And I am.
And she probably needed to hear it. That the moment you said it, she maybe needed that. Like, wasn't feeling good about herself, or maybe her and her husband just got into an argument, and she's like, you know what, there's people rooting for my marriage. Let me, people rooting for my weight loss or whatever else she said she got. It's like,
and I mind you, this coworker, she could see the bad in everything. Okay,
so she really probably needed that.
But you know what? I can't lie. Even we probably have that same attitude about each other. Where it's like, oh, but I can't lie. When it comes down to the nitty gritty, she would give good advice, and she, so like at the end of the day, we have to stick by it. When you get on social media and you see something and you like it, hell, most times people they'll actually in their head know that they like it and they won't comment, but they'll comment the bad shit. Comment on some good shit. Mm-hmm. It's baby steps. You ain't probably gonna stop talking shit today. That's fine. But at the same time, match up the talking shit with actually being nice. That's all I can ask for right now. Let's start baby steps.
You know what? You can do. My mom, one time, I was maybe in junior high school. We were somewhere, and this woman had on some shoes. And I said, "Oh, Mommy, look at her shoes. Her shoes are so pretty. Oh my God, I love her shoes." And I said, "Go tell her." And I was like, "What?" Like, speaking to this strange woman, and I did it. Like, we were in the store, so I'm like, okay, next time we pass this woman, I don't remember, maybe it was like a Macy's or something like that. I'm like, okay, she's not far, whatever. And then when she came up again, I said, "Excuse me, miss, I really like your shoes." And she was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." And then my mom was like, "Oh, you mind telling me where you got them? I might get them for her." And she told my mom where she got them, how much they were. She's like, "Girl, they got sale going on this days." And it was like, wow. She was real cool. Mm-hmm. And I learned from then, like, you know what? Sometimes if you have something good to say, just say it. Mm-hmm. Don't hesitate. Because even I know I've said stuff like that before to people, and I could see them smile. Like, "Oh, right. I love your outfit today. You look very pretty." Or, if I see somebody, with their hair, I'm like, "Oh, I love your hair." Because why not? If I
you said that one time, and maybe we have talked about it on this podcast. I remember you said that to a little girl. You said,
yeah, she told me, her mom told me, "Oh, she was really liking your hair." I said, "Oh, thank you." I said, "But you have very beautiful hair, very pretty girl." She said, "Thank you," and her eyes lit up, and that's when her mom was like, "Thank you." She mouthed it to me, cause maybe she didn't know she even needed it, but it definitely helped. So it's like, if you're not gonna subtract, why not just go ahead and add to somebody's mood?
I've had people even say that. That made my day.
Yes. Yes, I've said that to people before. Like, man, I needed that. Yeah. And I didn't realize it until you said it. Sometimes, if you're having a bad day, But there have been times people have said something just nice or anything. And I'm like, wow, I didn't even know I needed that. Okay. You made my whole day. Thank you. And if you said that on a Friday after a rough, you made my week. Okay. It's been rough, but you just now eased all of that. I feel real good. Like, I've said that. So, yeah, I know what you mean.
And I mean, especially for the women who do have young children, especially young, daughters. And I mean, again, like I'm saying, white, black, green, orange, purple. But especially for my black women, my black women. Like, you have to understand from young, we have to build our children up. And this is for everyone, Build your children up and, make sure that they know that they're beautiful. And not only that, make sure that you're setting an example as far as how you treat people, because they're watching you and you being ugly or, like that's what they're picking up. That's what they're learning. That's what they're going to become. So, you have to be very mindful. Hell, you might not even have children yet, but one day you will. And you don't want them curses to be put on your future children because you was out here being a dirty, nasty bitch. Okay?
And also, something my mother told me one time. She was like, even though you don't have children, you're still an influence to other young people. Mm-hmm. So then it's kind of like, oh, wow, I don't have nobody watching me in my house every single day, but just the overall glance. And even I've had people say it to me, like Jabbar said that to me one time. Like, you like, there are people just kind of, just not like, a hawk watching you, but they see you. Mm-hmm. And they notice when you're doing good things.
Right. They feel your energy.
If you got bad vibes and you're giving them off and you're doing bad stuff and karma coming around on you, so your life is horrible anyway. Like, people could tell, you know. And that's something even like, especially if you have kids, because you raising the next generation, the future. But even if you don't, you never know who's watching.
Exactly. And I will say, I've been really excited about a lot of the women empowerment events that they've been holding in Atlanta. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have them all the time, but of course, it hasn't been until recently that I've noticed, like really taken notice to them. And I just think it's wonderful, like to go to see that they're hosting these events where you can, do vision board parties and product where people are selling their product, entrepreneur, all these wonderful events for women empowerment. It's just beautiful to me, and check around in your local area, Eventbrite, and if you need a zhuzh, you need some empowerment, see if there's something in your area.
Right.
Or come on down to Atlanta, because they got plenty, and just visit. Because, I mean, me and Brittany and I, we went to a hair convention, a natural hair convention. I can't lie. Like, even if it wasn't about the natural hair, it was just beautiful to see a whole community of people come together.
And it was compliments being passed out left and right.
And just beautifulness.
All types.
Dripping beautiful all over the place.
It was really positive.
It was so positive. And another thing that I think, if you take your cousin, your neighbor's child to see these things, like, we've talked about girls who we've grown up, in the age of stage where they don't think their hair is beautiful or that they're beautiful. Take them to these events and show them, like, the array of beauty that's out there,
Yeah, no, that's absolutely true.
We don't have to think that one thing is the idea of what's beautiful, because that's false. Expose your children, all the children, to all the beauty that's out here.
Right.
But yeah.
Listen, you just gotta you know better, you do better. So be positive and support your fellow sisters. Like, that's why we call y'all our sisters from another mister too. Okay. Y'all S fan, because we all sisters. We sisters, and we started it. But now we're going to call everybody our sister.
Yeah.
Our black sisters, our Latina sisters, our white sisters, our whatever.
Asian sisters,
Indian sisters. Everybody is all our sisters. And y'all are sisters too, by default. So y'all should be supporting each other. Mm-hmm. And
support a sister over here too. Listen to this podcast. Tell your auntie, your uncle, your Aunt Jemima, your mama, everybody about this podcast. Go support us. Okay? Yeah. The more you support us, the more we can support you.
Make sure y'all commenting and let us know what y'all want us to talk about. If y'all got some ideas, we're always open. We forgot to mention on the last episode too. How do you like this new intro? Let us know. Isn't it snazzy? If you don't, you can be honest. Don't be ugly. Okay? Just be constructive criticism. Okay? Is it conducive? Okay, that's gonna be. We're gonna put that shit on a shirt. Well, until next time, SFam. We love y'all. Dialissa out. Brittany out.